Hey, Slater Crusaders, welcome back. Really excited to talk again to an old friend. Last we talked, her book was Calm, Cool, and Connected, 5 Digital Habits for a More Balanced Life. But now she has a new book out, Parents Rising, that I didn't even know about. But as of reading the description here, it's right up our alley, and I'm going to read that next. And then we're going to talk to Arlene Pellicane after I read her most recent book. Arlene, how are you today?
I'm doing great, Mike. Thanks for having me on.
Wonderful to talk to you. So the reason I wanted to reach out to you is because last we talked about screen addiction and kids and parents' screen addiction as well.
Yes.
I think, so that was back in 2017. So I hope by now everyone gets it, I think. I think people at least intellectually understand the problem with phone addiction for adults and for kids. Is that a fair statement? They may not act it, but at least they get it?
I think people get it, but I also think the younger you go, they will not see it quite so much of a problem. So the younger you go, I'll ask a 20-something, do you think that's a problem that, you guys are on phones all the time, and when you're talking to your spouse, you're both on phones, or when you're talking to your kids, you've got a phone in your hand? Like, yeah, that's kind of how it is. So I think there is a little bit of a break there, and there is something in us that's like, no, that's not me. That's not my problem. Or this is something that everyone does, so this is okay. So I think all of us need that honest wake-up call of, how is technology? Does it really enhance my relationships, or is it holding me back?
Like me as an adult, I want to focus on kids and how it affects our relationship with our kids and what our kids think when they see mommy and daddy on their phone. Take it away. What do you think?
There was a survey of 6,000 kids from all over the world, and they asked, what is your parents' worst habit? And more than half of them replied, my parents' worst habit is looking at their phone while we are having a conversation. It's like, ouch. And just think of all the times where our kids want to talk to us, but we're on the phone. And we'll be like, oh, just a minute, just a minute. And then they keep coming back, and that minute is never over, right? So there is, I think, for children, they see, wow, my parent is really preoccupied with looking at that device, with watching that show. Maybe I'm not quite as important. So that's this thing that we as parents, when we look at that baby, we're like, hey, you are the center of our world. We love you, etc. But as they grow up, we've got to be real careful that we're not losing those moments, whether it's walking from school to your car. That's a great time to hey, how was your day, buddy? What's going on? And you see so many parents, and it said, we're checking on this, and your kid's right next to you, and you're just looking at your phone. So we've got to recapture those moments, because I do believe that children think my parent is too busy to spend time with me.